coming back from the gym, something told me, no, sit your ass down, get on TikTok, and tell your collective that that breakup was a blessing hitting in disguise. Okay? And it's not something that you specifically want to hear, right? Because a lot of you guys come here for me to give you some emotional guidance, and I'm here to give you emotional guidance, right? But like I'm telling you, all I'm hearing in my mind, don't worry, don't worry. It was a blessing hitting in disguise. Right now, they're going through it really, really hard financially, really, really hard emotionally, and even if you don't see it, doesn't mean they're not going through it, right? And I'm telling you, I'm specifically picking up that line. That breakup was a blessing hidden in disguise. What they're going through, and they were going to put you through, and you did not want to be a part of that, right? If you guys know me, my name is Noe. I'm the Tarot Vaquero, and I'm here on TikTok to give you guys the clarity you honestly deserve, not the clarity you want to hear. Sometimes I give you guys the Lulu, sometimes I don't, but today I have the urge to give you guys this message, right? And we're going to be using a total of 3 different tarot card decks to see what exactly is going on, what exactly is happening, why am I feeling like you not being with them is a blessing in disguise because they're going through it horribly, right? They're going through it. I told you, the tower, right? So that's one of the main energies. The main energy is a tower right here when it comes down to it. And we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Five of Swords reverse, and then we have the Nine of Wands reverse, right? Right now you are in this energy of just being in love with yourself. Right now you are in this energy of wanting to love yourself, wanting to put yourself first, wanting to heal from past pain, right? I do want to say like it is, they're still looking at you. No way, why do you say that? Five of Swords right here. Five of Swords right here, baby. I told you, right? The way that I read the Five of Swords, even though it means that they're going through mental battles, they're trying to specifically burn something in their mind, I see it as them still looking at you because in their thought process, they thought they defeated you. They thought the one that was going to get the short end of the stick was going to be you. But in reality, it's them because they're still keeping tabs on you to see if you're devastated over walking away, right? And that's why I'm using 3 different tarot decks because if two of the same cards come out, that's a message that wants to like be shown, or that's a message that wants to be like pushed out, right? So like I'm telling you, with the tower, I definitely feel like it was something hard. I definitely feel like you cried. Honestamente, I feel like you were very, very heavy in your mind of why wasn't I good enough for you? It wasn't that you weren't good enough for them. It was that they were not good enough for you. You get it? Not you. It wasn't that you weren't good enough for them. They weren't good enough for you, right? So there, a divine intervention happened right here. And I do believe to an extent you did hold some sort of resentment with the Queen of Wands reverse, but you're letting that resentment go. Going back to them, with the Five of Swords, they're not having the best time mentally, right? I do feel like if you're keeping up with yourself, that andas cuidando, skincare, eating well, or maybe you have been wanting to do things like that, maybe hitting the gym, maybe opening a gym membership. If you want to do things that benefit you in the long run, and the universe sees you doing that, and the universe is basically opening a pathway for you with the Nine of Wands reverse. Okay, so the universe is telling you, do things you love, do things que te, haz cosas que tú amas, and I'm here to give you. I'm here to basically open up that walkway so it doesn't feel like you're struggling with the Nine of Wands reverse. Going back to them, they're the type of person that tends to give up easily on situations, or they're the type of person that they tend to give up easily when a problem arises. And this has to do with construction, this has to do with money, this has to do with love. They don't like dealing with things that create problems, or they don't like to deal with problems because they're not somebody that was ever meant to deal with problems, right? Things like that are coming out. They're avoidance is coming out. They're very much so avoidant, right? Death. You see that? I personally feel like they're still keeping tabs on you energetically as well. So if you feel like random urges, it's most likely them. Like if you feel like something right here in your chest, like, and you feel it's them, it's most likely them with the Page of Cups, right? But I want to point this out very, very importantly with the Page of Cups right here. The Page of Cups, if they are holding on to you, you know what they're holding on to? They're holding on to an image of you. They're not holding on to the real you. They're holding on to the perfect version of you, right? Then the reason I say the perfect version of you is because we do have the Four of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Page of Cups, and then we have the Three of Swords for you, next to the Ace of Cups. Right now, you're focused more on giving love to yourself with the Four of Pentacles, and you're more focused on holding on tight to that love. If we read it from their perspective, the way that I see is like they're still holding on to the idea of you, not who you truly are, right? That's definitely 100% a possibility. Like I'm telling you, I feel like right now they're going through it. Like that's been my feeling since day one, and I feel like right now they're going through it, specifically having to do with the regular day-to-day life. And they're very burnt out. They're very, very exhausted. This energy that's coming out though, it's like the Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to money because they don't have a lot. They like to spend money. They're going out a lot with they're going out a lot with their friends, and they're basically just wasting money, but they have responsibilities that they're not specifically taking care of, right? Go ahead and give me more info. Dame más información, dame más información, dame más información, dame más información, dame más información. The Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. I don't want to say they have an emotional attachment to you because that's going to be Delulu, right? Me telling you they have an emotional attachment to you is going to be a little bit of Delulu. But right here, the Queen of Cups coming out with the Page of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, suggests that they're holding on to the idea of you. They're holding on very tightly to the idea of you, of the emotional nurturing you were willing to give them, the emotional nurturing you were doing for them. And with the Four of Pentacles, they're holding on tight to that idea, right? The Page of Pentacles right here with the Page of Cups tells me that right now they're being very immature about their finances, right? Right now they're being very, very immature about their finances. They definitely see you loving yourself, and they could be questioning, why aren't you heartbroken over them? The problem that you were heartbroken over them, the only difference was that you suffered in silence. You didn't suffer in like out loud, right? If I'm being fully honest, with the Tower and the Five of Swords, they're going through a lot of mental struggles having to do with their future and their projects, with the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, right? I don't know why I feel like they couldn't have finished school, and if they did finish school, if they did finish high school, they went into college, but they didn't have it easy in college, or they dropped out of college. And right now they're questioning what can they do to expand their finances. I feel like you have more stability than them. I feel like when you guys were in a relationship, you were the one that was offering them more stability, right? So what I'm specifically seeing right here is that the breakup, that breakup was a blessing in disguise. As simple as that. They were with the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Swords, and the Tower. They were basically holding you down from your potential. The Nine of Wands, they weren't making things easy for you. All that emotional battles, or all those mental emotional battles they put you through, were actually holding you down from your actual potential. Okay? Overall, that's all I have for you guys. That was kind of sassy. Overall, that's all I have for you guys, okay? Con todo mi amor, cuídense. Take care of yourselves, okay?